A killer escapes. Batman answers the call. Sounds like every other Batman story you've ever read? Then why couldn't I put this one down? Welcome to North of Gotham. My name is Ryan, and today we're going to be talking about Batman Volume 1, Daylight. From DC Comics, written by Matt Fraction, artwork from Jorge Jiménez. So I decided to read this book because A, it's Batman. B, I'm trying to stay current with all the ongoing Batman stories. Batman is kind of the pulse of DC Comics and arguably the entire comic book industry, as it feels like there's always about 10,000 different Batman books. And truthfully, I have never read anything from Matt Fraction before. I've heard a lot of his great work, never had the opportunity to read it, so this time I was not gonna miss out. So because of that, I didn't really have any expectations for what the story was gonna deliver. I went in just knowing that I'm about to read a Batman story. And I gotta tell you, within the first few pages, I realized this was not going to be like just any other Batman story I've read before. The artwork out of the gate got me completely hooked. You know, right at the start of the first issue, you got Killer Croc escaping, and then you've got this incredible close-up of Batman standing on the edge of this broken building in the new gray and blue costume. Looks freaking incredible. Holy heck. I was like, what is this amazing art? And right after that, Batman leaps out of the building. Not anything new that Batman doesn't already do, but the double page spread that you see of Batman frickin' doing his hang glider business throughout Gotham. The color pops off of the skyline and the building. You know, it's a very Times Square kind of moment with digital billboards all over the place. Just the colors were incredible. Right away, I was like, I am here for this art. Throughout this entire 6 issues of Batman, Jorge Jiménez's use of his colors and things like his motion, the Batmobile, seems super simple, but just the way that he has these streaks of blue going across the pages with a tail of blue coming out the back of the Batmobile. I just love these colors. It's very giving me like little influences of manga. I loved it so much. Like the new Tim Drake Robin costume, that red and yellow just jumps off the page. The choices from Jorge Jiménez throughout this arc was just great. I loved it. Let's talk about just the overall story and why this felt so fresh. You know, it's still Batman doing Batman things, but it felt like I was experiencing the same old story, but kind of for the first time. So, you know, right in that first issue, Batman's going after Killer Croc. He's trying to find him where he is. He's doing his detective business. He's getting ready for combat. He's taking out some punks along the way. When he finds Killer Croc, he's gonna throw down. He's activating the electrified gauntlets. More on that in just a second. But rather than throw down and, take Killer Croc out the hard way, Batman has a moment. He pauses, he thinks, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna talk to this guy. Not a normal approach for the Dark Knight, let me tell you. At first, honestly, I was like, hey, whoa, where's my Batman fight? But then I was like, you know what? He takes his cowl off, sits down, and talks to Killer Croc because he realizes in that moment, Croc's not in his normal killer state of mind. And he says, I'm gonna talk to this guy and try to work it out. In theory, it shouldn't work, but there was this little character growth that I enjoyed. It made him a little bit softer. Made me think, is he getting old? Is he looking for a new way to do things? As other influences made him change his way of thinking. It was just very interesting, and I don't recall seeing that. Maybe it's happened before. I don't remember seeing it. Okay, let's go back to Batman with his electrified fists of fury. All throughout these, whoever's creative decision it was to, when Batman's activating some sort of gadget, to have a pop-up on the page describing what it is, how it works. It's like a little video game from like Arkham Knight or something pop up on the screen. It was this great little extra piece of fun that I was like, yeah, I want more of this. I love it. You know, it gave me the feeling of, am I reading Batman or am I inside a video game? This is a really little fun homage to other ways of enjoying Batman. There was just so many different interesting, new, and quirky, exciting Batman things. Like Batman gets real beat up. He's not able to drive the Batmobile, but thankfully Robin's there. Robin takes his time to shine. He's like, I'm driving this Batmobile for the first time. And when he jumps into the driver's seat, he's like, how the heck do you drive this thing? Batman's trying to explain the controls while he is completely messed up. Robin's like, what do you need all these things for? Batman's basically just like, because it's cool and it's the Batmobile and I have the best car. It was just such a cheesy, fun moment that just gave it this youthful, energetic feeling. And this carries on through the entire volume 1 of just little moments like that are just fun, or sometimes you just wish Batman would cheer up a little bit. Here, he's half dead and he's cracking jokes. Not too many to where he's not Batman, but just little pieces of a little extra personality. Just gave it something new that I really liked it. I wanted more. You know, even one issue, Batman basically goes on what seems like the worst possible date night ever, getting chased by assassins. But it was really done again in this youthful, energetic way. You know, the accumulation of all these little moments and colors, it just really made me realize that Batman doesn't have to be completely dark and broody all the time. Like, I'm a Batman fan. I like me some dark, depressed, angry Batman that's just here to catch the bad guys. But all these little elements were really just fun and made it feel new and fresh and exciting. And it really got me hooked. You know, this was a great story. Matt Fraction's writing was so incredible and fun. It felt more like watching a TV show. Really great flow and pacing throughout this whole thing. Jorge Jiménez, however, his art is the absolute all-star of this thing. You know, if you haven't read Batman in a long time, or you have never read Batman, this is definitely somewhere where somebody that can just jump in, pick it up, not have to know a whole history of information, just pick up a comic book, read it, enjoy it, be entertained, walk away feeling like the way that you should. You should just experience joy when reading a comic book. I will say, if you are, however, someone that just wants a dark, dramatic story, this has elements of that, but this might not be for you. But for the typical average comic book reader or new to comics, this is a fantastic place to start, and I highly recommend it. I absolutely loved it. Everything about it. The writing, the art, the packaging, the whole nines. You know, this to me was really more of an experience. The best I can describe it is when I was a teen, coming out of a movie theater, you know, just saw the movie of the summer, whatever superhero movie that might have been. And when you're walking out with your friends and it's just, oh my gosh, that was so much fun. That was so amazing. Oh, that part, this thing. It was just so much fun. All right, those are my thoughts on Batman Volume 1 Daylight. Have you read it? What did you think? Did you enjoy it as much as I did? Do you think I'm crazy? Let me know. Talk to me. Post it down below in the comments. I'm here to have discussions with you. I want to talk about comics. Thanks for coming along with me, guys. And I will see you right here next time at North of Gotham.